Welcome everyone. We're going to start with this first part of the series of this video series. We're going to design this navbar or navigation menu right here using VS Code, or I'm actually using Windsurf as the IDE, but I'm going to use Cline and then switch it between Gemini. We're going to switch it out. We're going to switch it between Gemini and DeepSeek. It just depends on the outcomes that I'm getting and whether or not I like the way they are. So let's get into it. What we're going to first do is we're going to start a new project from scratch. So that way you can kind of see how I go about creating the project folder, and then from there on moving on to building the nav. This will be for pretty much for a static website that is like an affiliate marketing website for Amazon products. So we're just going to design it as a static website using React and Bootstrap. So the first thing we'll do is we'll just create a folder. We'll just call it React. Okay, go into React. So what we're going to do here is select our large language model. I'm just going to start off with DeepSeek. Now, if you don't know what DeepSeek is, or you haven't set it up, there's other videos out there on the internet that'll get you set up right here. You have to just get the API key, fill up the account with like $5. It'll last you a long time. You can see the cost right here. So let's just start with this. Go here. I'm just going to erase. This is in Cline right here. This is history of your chats. So you can delete it. I'm just going to delete it and start from scratch. So what we're going to do is we're just going to say, create me an e-commerce site using React and Bootstrap. Create me an e-commerce site using React and Bootstrap. So we can just start with that, because all we want right now is a product to just get the project to get set up. Okay, just run command. So in Cline, I have the settings like this. You just click right here, and this will auto approve everything. That so instead of agreeing or authorizing, just select these commands right here. As you can see, what I have right here, I don't have any MCP servers or anything like that. And then to get out of this, just click there. That was kind of annoying to figure that one out. And then click on run command. And it should start setting up everything right here. Okay. Let's just get this going. Oh, then if you want custom instructions, I just added this. Just tell the LLM model that you're a coder or genius coder and web developer. I just kind of messed around, gave him a name. A few things to notice is I'm using Windows right here. So sometimes it'll use something like write to file, or no, here it is right here, replace in file. This isn't working. So I believe Windows uses this. So I just have this in by default, so that way I won't waste tokens if it keeps trying to use this. And then I usually will have it start all the conversations with this, or a name or whatever, just to make sure that it's always it's always abiding by these rules, like this simple little rule here. Okay, so what do we got here? Just run command. Let's see what we do. So I'm not like a professional coder or anything, or web developer, but I got pretty good at using this. And it's just there's a lot of, I wouldn't say bugs, but it's definitely not straightforward. Okay, it's gonna install. Well, first it's gonna go into the folder that he just created right here, the e-commerce site. So Once we finish this, I'm gonna close the folder and then automatically go in. I'm gonna start from this folder as a default. Okay, so it's having issues. So this is what I'm saying. Like sometimes this thing just does not go the way you want, and maybe it's because I'm using DeepSeek or whatnot. Either way, this eventually works. I also have the windsurf right here, but I'm not using this right now. But this is Claude 3.5, but I'm not using that right now. I want to just get this going with DeepSeek because I've done it before and it works. And DeepSeek is dirt cheap right now. And I believe the cost is going to go up in February, like February 8th, I believe. They're going to raise the prices on DeepSeek, but it's still going to be overall cheaper than all the other LLMs to work with. So we're going to be working in this terminal quite a bit as we go in the video, just to kind of show you eventually how this works. So because I told it that I'm going to create an e-commerce site, it looks like it's just creating all the basic stuff that an e-commerce site would have: products page, details of the products, and a cart page. But for now, we're just going to ignore all that for now. The main purpose is to, design or watch how I design the navigation bar the way I want. Because sometimes it's hard to just have the AI. Sometimes it doesn't work out when you just tell the AI, create me a nav bar that looks like such and such. From my experience, there's a certain way to go about it. I typically use the Bootstrap stylings, or I use the Bootstrap framework on all my projects to get the navigation and footer down for the most part. So we get some errors off the top. So localhost, it's already running that, I believe. Let me see. Control C will get you back to the prompt here. Just click yes to just start over, terminate it, clear page to make it look, give you some space. Let's try it again, just to make sure that we're getting this error. Okay, so let's see. We're going to troubleshoot now because sometimes, like I mentioned, this is not perfect the way this goes. Page isn't loading properly. So we got a bug here, so I'm going to copy this again. I know I had it last time, but I'm going to copy it. Copy, and then paste it into... Okay, I'm going to cancel this first. I'm going to get this bug out of the way. Let's see if it'll fix it right here. It's just saying that one of the components in Bootstrap is not available. Okay, I'm just going to click no. Let's just start again from scratch. Control C. So, if you notice how VS Code works, you just click start. You start typing it, and then it'll just do it. And then when you want to finish that, just hit the right arrow, and then it'll complete it. So it's still bringing up site can't be reached. Nothing yet. Let's see. Let's see if it's gonna use this, because I don't know why when I'm trying to build with React and using DeepSeek, I guess I don't know. It's trying to use start localhost. Let's try npm run dev. Okay, that's not working. So let's copy this error right here. Let's see what this brings up. Missing dev script. So it's saying it's going to add it. Maybe this will fix it. Again, because this is a React project, it's supposed to start in npm run dev. Okay, let's try it again. All right, so look, this is what we got so far. We got a navigation bar right here and a home page. So now Looks like that worked. Okay, so the first thing I do is you hit F12, okay? And if you want to be precise with your LLM when you're talking to it, instead of just kind of blindly, I mean, you could do it. You could just say like, create, on my navbar, leave the navbar brand logo or text logo to the top left, move my menu links to the far right, like that. You could say that, and sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. But if you just want to have more control and be more precise without wasting tokens and just having a faster workflow, just start to learn how to use these dev tools that Chrome browser comes with. So like I said, I'm not a coder, but through tons of hours and trial and error, this is kind of like what I've figured out works the best and gives me least mistakes, and I can create websites much faster than the way I used to, the way when I started. So just again, when you go here, hit F12, this little button right here, click on this, and then it's like a selector tool, right? So when you click on it, you'll be able to kind of see what you're trying to manipulate here. So for example, if you select this bar right here, or actually if you want to move these menu links to the right, just kind of highlight right here, highlight anything that's right here. When you click on it, you're going to see that it's highlighted right here on the right hand side, right? So you can see this right here. So if you just go up, it's like hierarchical. So if you go up, you're just going to start to see the links right here. You're going to start to see it go up. It's eventually supposed to highlight this whole thing, right? So you go like that. So it looks like, let me see. So it looks like navbar collapse. Or you could just say, okay, so look right here. It's this right here. So you see where it says like class me-auto navbar nav. In Bootstrap, this section right here is going to be called navbar nav. So just to give you an example, navbar nav, here's the menu links. I'm going to push this to the right. So we're going to go here. And that's so this section right here, they should have created components. So right here is components. Okay, so it built it right here. And because we're focusing on the navbar for this video, I'm going to show you how to easily change this. So navbar, so you just simply type in, I always refer to the page first, in navbar.js, and then I kind of like be specific, right? So I just say like the navbar nav. So you could just say like move the, and then in quotes, navbar nav, end quote. So move the navbar nav to the right. You could just say it like that. Move it to the right. And because you're being specific and you're on the page, it should just go straight to it and move it to the right. So there it is. Look at that. Oh, it looked like it changed the color too, but that's not really a big deal. If you want to change background color, you can simply just do it like this again. Click that button, highlight it in the background right here, and then just go back here. Now, we're not worrying about this part. We're going to worry about the styles. You see the styles right here? So go here, styles. It's probably going to be this one here. So you see where it says like .bglight? This right here is a reference from the Bootstrap CSS file. So the way to change this style is you have to override the Bootstrap CSS. But just to show you that this is the color of the background, you click right here and just highlight it. You can see that it's going to change the color. You see that? So to change this color, the way we go about it is, again, we selected this whole navbar, right? So typically, like the way this works is, because it's a class, just know that where it says app.css, let's see, there should be like an override. If not, you could just create anywhere. Like just create one right down here. So notice these are all dots, right? A dot means that it's referencing any anything that is between these quotes that follows the class name. So anything class is dot. If it's like an ID, that would be a hashtag. So if this is within an ID, the way that this is ID dash root, if it's class, it's going to start with dot navbar, and then we're trying to get this BG light. So we have to chain these together, right? Because right here, this is the navbar, but we're not going with this. We're going after this, the BG light, because that's what's manipulating the color. So we do dot navbar dot BG light. We chain it together. Now, I know this sounds like a lot of stuff involved, but all you really have to do is just do this. Just copy this part right here. Actually, just copy from here. Copy from here, from that closing bracket to this opening bracket. Just copy it. Go into app.css. Now remember, we're chaining it. So you go dot navbar. You just make sure dot navbar dot BG light. This is how we're gonna look. It already highlighted it right there. So you just hit tab, and then just paste that bracket that you did. And then let's say we want to keep this color, or change it. Really, just change it like this. Just give it like, I don't know, green. Now our background should be green in the navbar. See that? So that's how you get your navbar you want. Now, I could take this a step further. So if you want to add like a drop-down menu, I've done it before. It hasn't really worked out that well. You can't just like, I haven't had luck. I've tried it before. It messed up my whole thing. I've tried saying like, make the products menu link a drop-down menu. It just didn't work out well. So another way to do this is, it's more work, but I mean, once you get good at this, you'll be able to build your site much faster, and you'll have more control. You'll be able to change it how you want. Go here. I'll put this link in the description, but go to this Bootstrap right here where all these components are. This is just all the designs are here for you to choose. And so since we're doing a navbar, click on navbar. Okay. Scroll down. You're going to start to see designs that you might or might not like. Like this one has the search bar and the button, a drop down disabled. It has all that. We're just going to keep it simple for the sake of the video and just go down. Let's just see if I can find one that has a drop down. Okay, look at this. This one's perfect. And it's to the left, so we're going to have to make it go to the right. I mean, I like all my menu links on the right hand side. So you want to click on this right here, copy clipboard. Okay, so now you have the code to make this. So what you do is go back here, go to your navbar page, and just simply talk to the LLM again and say, you reference the page because it's just more direct and precise. In this page, in navbar.js, remove existing navbar code and replace with this code. Copy and paste the code in this chat bot or in the box, and it should just literally replace it. So let's see what we got. It did not replace it. This code, okay, so I'm having issues. It did not give me the drop down menu that I wanted. So let's see what's going on. This code included a drop down menu. it's not showing up. So let's see what it says. I'll add the drop-down menu back into the nav bar, following the original structure but maintaining React router. It almost seemed like it just replaced the code and kept my menu links and disregarded the drop-down menu. But I wanted the drop-down menu, so maybe I should have just said, you know, include this code verbatim. But okay, see, there we got it. Okay, so we're having an issue. Okay, so when you click on it, the drop-down links aren't showing up. So let's see what's going on with that. Be specific again. We'll just say, let's see, what's it called? We're gonna see what this is called. So you could just say, you could just say, like, you know, nav link drop down toggle categories. The drop down menu link categories. I mean, we can get really specific here. Nav link drop down toggle. Nav link. Okay, so you go like this, right? Nav link drop. Let me see. Is that all one word? See how we have to get drop down toggle. Yes. Drop down toggle. The drop down menu, nav link, drop down toggle. I'll just put comma to space out. Is not showing any menu links. If empty, add menu links. I'll put in quotes to be specific. Products, and I don't know, accessories. Let's see if this works. Oh, I misspelled empty. Okay. Oh, you know what? So yeah, these are like just little, like I said, imperfections, things I miss, but the LLM tends to catch it. But just by pure iteration of just constantly going back and forth, it'll eventually catch it. Another thing to look out for is just your token count right here. I'm gonna restart it pretty soon because I don't want to, you know, start to hallucinate. But let's see what it did. Let's see. So I did all this stuff. Okay, so it works now. You see that? So if you want to see what it did, just to kind of learn and see what's going on here. Okay, another thing I wanted to show you that I forgot to mention. Whenever you start a project, okay, this is important. Whenever you start a project, always click right here, source control, and then just initialize the Git repository. So in other words, activate this, okay? And then you're going to see where it says changes. When you start from scratch, just start doing it. Just press stage right here, okay? Now that it's all staged, I'm going to show you the reason why it's important. But for now, the reason why this worked is because when you click right here, and that was the navbar page, right, that we were working on. So if you go to navbar right here, you look for navbar right here, you're going to see like changes that it made. I mean, I wish I would have shown you guys earlier, but you know what? I'm gonna make a mistake real quick. Watch. I'm gonna change it up so I can show you the example of why we use source control. That way we can go back if we make a mistake, and we don't have to, you know, you don't have to like start over your project, start your project all over based on frustration because you don't know how to make back changes, or you don't know where you went wrong or whatnot. So if you want to save tons of hours of headache, we use this source control. So what we're going to do is we're going to just do this. I'm going to add an extra menu link right here. So right now we have home, products, categories, cart. That's 4, okay? I'm going to add an extra one. So home, products, so I'm just going to say, this. Okay, they're called nav. Let me just double check what they're called. They're called nav links. Okay, so nav link. So I'm going to say add a new nav link. Let's just add it next to home. Add a new nav link next to home and call it Git, since this is the example that I'm going to show you. Okay, let's see what it's doing. It's taking a while. Okay. The user removed the Git link I added. Uh-oh. No, it's still there. No, it's not there. So look, I think it's hallucinating right now. So look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna restart this because I think it's starting to act weird. So click on it's because it's DeepSeek. I thought it was supposed to have a longer token context or whatever, but it's acting weird. So I'm just gonna delete it. So I just go to history right here, and just click on delete. Right. I'm just gonna restart. I'm just gonna simply say in navbar.js create a new. I'm just gonna put create a nav link menu called Git. Let's just say no, let's just call it something else. Let's just call it features next to the home nav link. Now you see how it says 23 right here? So we're making changes, okay? We're making changes. Stage changes. So far, nothing has changed yet. So this is about to change soon. You see that? So now we got changes right here in navbar, because in navbar, we made a change right here. We added something. So whenever you see a grid like that looks like this, that means that something was replaced. Or not replaced, something was added in between this, which is this code right here. Now, if something's deleted, it'll show red, but we're not seeing that right now. We added this, and so look what it did. It added the features link. So right here, you see where it says features? Now let's say we don't want features. Let's say we didn't want this. If you don't want this, before you make any changes, it's better to just kind of do one step at a time, so that way you don't lose track and it doesn't get all messy when you're building sites with AI. So make sure to just go to your Git right here. You don't even have to have it set up through GitHub. Just do it through the VS Code for now. And so all you do is you just click right here, discard all changes, or discard changes for this specific file. You might have 20 of these things right here. You might have 20 changes right here that you haven't approved yet. For now, we made a change to navbar, and for the sake of the example, we don't want this. So as it appears right there, instead of telling the AI to just undo it or whatever, just click discard changes right there and approve it, discard changes, and then it just literally just reverts back to the way you had it. You see? As simple as that. Now let's just do one more thing here. Let's change the background color again, because I'm trying to think if we already went over that. App.cs. Okay, so we did, but it's not showing up. So navbar.light, so you see that it's not showing up right now, the background. So let's see why. Navbar. Color's not working. Let's see why. Body tertiary, BG body tertiary. So something changed. Maybe it's because I didn't like. Maybe it's because I didn't get it down in the beginning when I was showing you. So BG body tertiary, for some reason it's called that now. So let's just copy that. So because it's within the navbar first, we do .navbar .bg body tertiary like that. So .navbar bg and just copy it right here. Paste it, I mean. Okay, get rid of this extra dot. And then Control S to save it. Okay, there we go. It went back to green. And then again, notice that this went up again to 23, or I mean from 23 to 24 because we made some changes. Just collapse this. I hate that it keeps showing the save changes. It's always down. So right here, yeah, see it, the change right here was made. So we just save that. Now, if you have a bunch of them, you can just go here under this main part and just click, stage all changes instead. And there you go. So now you know how to make a navbar with AI. You see that? And it's even mobile friendly. Oh, you know what? Let's try to do this. Let's try to make this sub menu green. Let's go here. Let's try this. Looks like drop down menu show. Drop down menu show. Let's try this one. Drop down menu show. Is this the one right here? Yep. See that? I found it. So now, because it's a mobile, we have to drag this all the way across like this. So just kind of follow this now. So because it's this class right here, this is a long one. So it's this one right here. So you could do dot drop down menu. So dot drop down dash menu, dot drop down menu, and then this right here. So this is going to be a little tedious, but let's just do it, and this will be the end of it. So we'll go dot drop down menu. Okay. Let's see. Go back to here. Let's go find the navbar. No, app.css, which is our global CSS file. Go dot drop down menu tab. Okay, but you don't need to do tab. You can just type it out. Dot drop down menu. Okay. Dot. Do I have to add that dash dash? Let's try it. Dot dash dash BS. I don't know. Let's try it. Dot dash dash BS. Okay. Dash drop down. Dash drop down. I don't know, this is tedious, man. Let me know if you guys have a better way of doing this. I mean, you could probably just speak to the LLM. That's probably why we use it. But I'm just, you get exact results when you do it like this. And then you know how to dig down deeper with other issues that you're going to run across, because I guarantee you're going to have other problems like product cards and things like that. So drop down dash BG. Drop down dash BG. BG. Okay. So let's just copy this one now. Let's just do it like this. You know what? No, I mean, that's where I made the mistake. Sorry, guys. Dot drop down menu. Dot Drop down menu, so it's double here. No. Let's see. Let's see if that worked. Dot drop down menu. No. So let me see. Hold on. I don't think it worked. Red. Let me save it. I gotta save it. Oh, wait a second. Did it work? Yep, it worked. Yep, it's red now. So we can make it green, you know, make it the same color. Let's just find the same color. What is this? Oh, just go here. RGB. So you can literally just do this. Was there an import right there? I don't think there was. No, there's no important on this one. So just go here. Let's just do this. Copy this. Okay, do this. There you go. Then save it again. And then you should have your, there it is. See that? So there you go. It's tedious as heck, I know, you know, but you got the job done, you know, and then now you know how to do it. You can do it faster. It's always in the learning phase. You know, I went through it, but that's why you're watching this, you know, kind of help speed your learning up. This is a game changer though, right here. Just this right here, as far as the development tools go, you still need this. It helps. AI is not perfect yet, but this will definitely get you through the hard stuff of bug fixes and just targeting your styles if you can't get something that you want. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you want any other videos to work on. My next video, I'm going to work on the footer. We're going to do the footer, and then from there we'll build out the body, create some hero pages. Then we'll do a product page where you can see how the product cards are and how to adjust it, add pictures, add a modal. So we'll get down to that. But as far as the navbar goes, that's pretty much how you do it. You know, if you want to add your logo, let's just do a logo real quick then. Let's just say you want to do a logo on the top left. Let's just see if Bootstrap has like a default name next to it or something. Maybe it does. Here's the navbar brand. So let's see. Navbar brand, no. So usually there's something right here. So let me see. Let's just call it navbar brand. So you could just say again, select that. In navbar.js, I want to add a logo next to add a logo to the left of the text. How would I do that? Let's just start simply like that by asking it. Let's see what it says. What's it doing? Let's see. Public folder. Okay, so it threw in that logo app for React. So let's just see what it did. Okay, so let's just see what it did. Okay, so right here, looks like it added more HTML. So here's the text, original text, and it added this section right here. Do you see where it says image source? Now, if you have a photo, let's say you want to change this photo, right? It looks like it's just referencing, let me see. It looks like root. It's going straight from root. Oh no, hold on. Where's it grabbing it from? What's the logo called again? Logo 192 public. Okay, so it's grabbing it from the public folder. So let's say you want your own logo right here. You just go into your project folder, right? Just throw in your logo right there and just reference it from there, and then it'll just replace this with your new logo. So instead of that, you'll get your new logo. And there you go. Look at that. You don't like the color again? Let's change it up. Let's just say you want it like this color. Gray, what is that? 7375. So you're not really coding, like I said. I'm trying not to like do coding or anything, but you're literally just copying, pasting, or just in this case, duplicating. The drop-down menu. Always save. There you go. Looks a little better, right? You can always change this highlight right here. You know, do the same tips and tricks I showed you. Kind of go here. This is more of a hover effect. So you can ask it like hover, or let's find it right here. Hover. Drop down. Hover is white. See how it's white? Background color. Let's see, is this the one? Yep, see how it changes the color right there? So now you know how to now you know how to target this based on what I showed you. It's right here, this one, same thing. It's just a different name. BS drop down link hover. So hover, and then you can change this right here like this. So there you go. If you appreciate the video and you learned a few things, check out my description and buy me a coffee. You'll see a link down below. And there's going to be more videos to come because I think people would like this, you know. AI is not perfect, far from perfect. It's getting better though really fast. So these tutorials might be irrelevant, but for now you can at least learn. You can still learn how to code or learn how to dig deep and edit your own stuff and get a better understanding. Because just by learning and building stuff with AI and these tools, you're kind of learning how to code by force, you know. You're kind of forced to do it, even though it feels like it's actually more work, to be honest. But these are the tools of the future. All right, take it easy.